If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.
Very few human beings in this world will ever experience anything remotely similar to what's going on inside the mind and the body of Conor McGregor right now.
In my home, like many other homes in Ireland, the real stress and the real fights come from the mortgage, come from this stress of home. A lot of people are getting evicted from their homes around here. I always dreamed of just showing up one day and be like, here. I always visualized what giving would feel like, given to people who have given to me, what that would feel like.
Usually 14-hour days, and I was the first year, so I had to go and do everything. I had to go to the shop, I had to go and get this and get that. So I always had trouble with that, and I was like, this isn't for me. This is not for me. But it was tough, you know what I mean? It wasn't the life for me, you know what I mean? I just packed it in, didn't show up. My dad used to come in and punch the head on me and like try and drag me out of bed, and I just wouldn't go, you know what I mean? I had uproar for a good few years with him over it, and that was it. I just packed it in, quit, and then focused on training. And I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There was a lot of stressful years, you know what I mean? A lot of tough times, but I proved them wrong. I proved myself right. I always knew I only need one chance. I always felt I was better than everybody. All I needed was to get in there once. Just give me one shot and I'll take it home. I'll steal it every time.
Whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. Cannot pay attention to nothing else. Can't do it, I just don't, people are talking to me and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
2.5 years ago, you'd talked about, picking up a dole check, because you were in between fights. Did you have faith maybe back then that your time would come and that you would be able to explode onto the scene as you had?
If I didn't, it wouldn't have happened. I had to believe in it. I had to feel it. I had to have faith in it for it to happen. So you're damn right I did. I honestly feel like I'm shackling chains off of me. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm chained and I'm carrying a cross or something. And then when I get to that octagon, I'm peeling it all off. And when I finally step foot in that octagon and place my bare feet on that special UFC canvas, I feel free. I swear on my life, when I walk out to that arena, I feel free.
It's fascinating that there isn't a chink of doubt, a chink of light that allows doubt into your mind over those things. Where does that come from, Conor?
Just from what I see, what I feel, what I know.
And presumably all the hard work you put in that we don't see behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, of course, most certainly. It's easy for people to look in from the outside. I'm not doing this for this. I'm not doing this for fake acting and pretending I can, you know what I mean? Can't do that. I don't do this for that. I do it for the competition. Step foot inside that octagon.
Reinforce the dream, you know what I mean? Let it say, we can do it. Let's do it. This is what you need to do. We need to show up here. We need to put in more hours than everybody. It needs to be every single second of your life. There cannot be no outside. So I went from gym to gym, kickboxing, boxing, grappling, wrestling, just ultimately trying to learn different ways the body could move to attack and to defend. Obviously it becomes an obsession.
Can you believe the small kid who just wanted to defend himself has turned out to be a phenomenal world-class mixed martial artist?
Yeah, I can believe, because I did believe. And I put in the work to make it happen.